I've never done a crazy thing in my life before that night. Why is it that when a man kills another man in battle, it's called heroic, but when a man kills another man in the heat of passion, it's called murder? This is Centauri Story Fry. The year was 1992. Wayne's World was released. Showing a great cinematic achievement back when sketch comedy was still funny. Now, 1992, 20 books, top 20 books. Guess what? Wildcats, Death of Superman, Spawn, Venom, and also The Punisher had 2 titles in the top 20. One was 2099, believe it or not, and the next was The Punisher Warzone, my personal favorite. Marvel! What year is it? I don't know what year it is. The Punisher is one of my favorite Marvel books right now, so I picked up another number 7. So I got a duplicate of that. I'll be giving that away pretty soon. I'll be putting together a really big fat giveaway, so stick around. And I got number 8. It's still one of my favorite Marvel titles, one of my favorite books. And I've dropped a lot lately. When I went there today, I dropped a good 10 or 15 books. I'm trying to scale it down. I think I've got it down to 6, which ain't bad. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 2. Now, I liked the number 1 a lot. We had Beta Ray Bill. We had the freaking Black Order show up. We had Silver Surfer. Man, you had Darkhawk. Donny Cates. Even though he won't do New Warriors, you son of a... I'm coming for you. No, I'm not. I'm not a violent person. Not yet. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 2. I'm looking forward to reading this because I actually like number 1 a lot. I thought it was really cool. I like the art too. And yeah, Beta Ray Bill, Silver Surfer, all these guys, and the Black Order swoops in and takes Thanos' body. What? Come on, man. I mean, come on. Beta Ray Bill could have handled those guys by himself, dang it. He's a cyborg donkey, Thor. Thor, because look at this. You got Thor and his papa. They're sharing a brewski on top of the Rainbow Bridge. I can't wait to read this and review it. And this is one of the books that I am keeping in the pool for sure's. Conan, or the Savage Sword of Conan. This is awesome. Ron Garney's artwork kills it. It's sketchy. It's gritty. There's freaking pirates. There's snake gods. There's traitorous behavior. Man, awesome Alex Ross cover. I know this is last week's news. It's old news at this point. But dude, my nipples got extremely hard. They almost burst through my Batman t-shirt as I was reading this. It's like, Batman who? That's gross. Independence. I've dropped off quite a bit on Independence. I just kind of feel like I'll get them in trades or whatever. And I'm not really hunting down, man, I was so hard into it. Like Saga and all these books. But one that I'm still enjoying, let me get through it. Where is he? There it is. 7 to Eternity. This is by Rick Remender and Jerome Opeña. The reason why I dig this book is these guys are badasser. They both did the X-Force and Kenny X-Force run. Great team up, a great art team. If they do anything, I'll follow them. It's a very good series. I think you can collect it and trade pretty cheaply, depending on where you buy it. I recommend it. Do it. I don't know anything about this or when it came out. Stronghold number 1. It's Aftershock. Phil Hester, I thought I'd try it out. Ryan Kelly, why not? Sharky the Bounty Hunter. I think that came out this week. A lot of people are talking about this. I like Mark Millar. I'm a Mark Millar defender because I like the Ultimate X-Men and I like the Ultimates. If you want to see a blueprint for Marvel Cinematic Universes or whatever, Mark Millar is your guy, if you ask me. The Authority. The Authority. Warren Ellis started, but then Mark Millar took over after that. He did some equally crazy stuff. So Mark Millar is kind of a fun writer for me. I know he annoys a lot of people. He's simplistic and violent, and but I always like his ideas. I think they're fun. I even like his Fantastic Four run. So I thought I'd check this out. I'm sure it's going to be like a Netflix show in here about 5 or 10 minutes. Big stack of DC comics here. In fact, a lot of these are doubles because I already bought them at like a used bookstore, like I said, up the road because I was sick and lazy at the same time. That's not a good combo. So a lot of these I will be giving away. I'm going to plan this big giveaway. It's okay giveaway. Big stack of comics and maybe a silly little statue or something. No particular order. Counting down to 1,000. Detective Comics, $9.97. This is not the cool cover. I kind of find myself gravitating to the A covers just because it looks more like a comic cover. And some of these are so arty, and maybe the art's just okay, and it turns out that okay art is all over everything. So it seems to me that the A covers to me are more traditional and more fun, and I'm almost over the fancy computer-generated covers. Deathstroke. I still like Deathstroke. It's issue number 40. I got 40 issues of Deathstroke. I even liked some of the 52 run. I like the characters. One of my favorite DC characters, but I had to drop it. I hate it because I think Christopher Priest has done a really good job in this title, and I just had to make some sacrifices, unfortunately. So maybe this is something I'll get in a trade eventually, but I think 40 is where this journey will end. Maybe. I might get 41. Green Lantern number 4. This is the B cover of number 4. It's already had number 4, the A cover, so I'll probably give this away in the giveaway. I'm just prepping you guys because I'm gonna have a big old stack of comics. This cover's cool. It kind of looks like Street Fighter. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not sure who the artist is. It's a cool cover, but it's not for me, so that'll probably be in the giveaway as well. Catwoman, another drop. Actually, I like what's going on Catwoman, but it's something that doesn't seem essential for me. What sucks is that Jolie Jones is not drawing it anymore. Those first, like, what, 6 issues? Freaking great. She's like one of the best artists I've seen in a long time. Man. So, it just stinks. I wish she would come back to the book. I still think it's solid, and I think this cover's great, and I think her covers are better than some of the fancy B ones. Flash 64, so my guy's like, well, it's a crossover, so you might like it. Well, I guess I have to read it now, and I hate this cover. It's by Rainey. I don't like it at all. Isn't Rainey the guy who did Mutant X? I don't know if that's true or not, but I used to like his art when I was a kid. I don't know if it's the same guy or not. But anyway, I could care less about Flash covers. So after I read this is definitely going to you out there, unfortunate one. Another copy of Batman Who Laughs #3. I love this cover so much, I'm not sure I can give it away. I mean, this thing is so dang pretty. I might give it to a friend, or maybe that friend is you. Definitely gonna give this away. It's the Art Germ Wonder Woman cover. Really nice. I know that I personally made some jokes about, like, you know, alcoholic babies and how they all look the same. And I don't think I'm alone. I think a lot of people think that the Art Germ, you know, kind of has, they all look the same. Like, I have a print right behind this camera. It's the XM Studios Phoenix print. And yeah, it's almost identical. Just like, you know, a little hair dye. Last but not least, another duplicate. This is the Detective Comics 998. A beautiful cover in my opinion. I love Gary Frank artwork. This will be given away as well. So I'm going to make a big stack of giveaway comics and we'll do that. But before I go, I would like to thank every one of you. I think it's awesome that you guys even thumbs up or thumbs down or even leave a comment. That's my favorite thing when you guys leave comments. I think it's awesome. But I want to get into one thing. And this is all about Netarug, what he was talking about with, like, certain comics that he bought when he was a kid. It sparked my interest. I was like, I have a book just like that, where I read the crap out of it and the cover flew off. Now this thing's falling apart. This thing is like, I mean, I don't even think you could wipe your butt with it. It's so fragile that I think it would create havoc and maybe give yourself pink eye. But I can say that this thing is awesome. I'm not even sure what it is, but look at this. It's an Iron Man book. Oh man, the Invincible Iron Man by force of arms. He fights Titanium Man in this, and roller skates pop out of his shoes. I mean, he cheats to beat Titanium Man. He barely gets away. I read this thing so many freaking times as a kid. I love the art of Gene Colan, which for a long time I didn't even know how to find who wrote this, but it was Stan Lee and Gene Colan. And it's also, I think it tells a suspense actually, I think, because it's Gene Colan and Stan Lee doing the Iron Man story, and there's backup of Captain America by Jack Kirby, so that's pretty cool. Iron Man fighting Titanium Man totally cheats. In the back, there's a really cool, awesome, like, fight scenes of Captain America and Bucky, and it's just, this book has so much cool stuff. This is such a cool book, and it's literally falling apart. I hate even touching it. But I got this from a cousin of mine when I was a kid, before I could even really read. So I just looked at the pictures over and over again, and I didn't know who wrote it, didn't know who drew it, didn't know anything about comics, didn't even know they came with covers. I mean, this thing's like literally falling apart. I think it's Tales from Suspense, but I'm not sure what number it is. Maybe in the 80s, maybe like 81. Tales from Suspense 81, maybe. It's the only thing I could think of. I can't find any dates. Maybe it was on the cover, the inside cover. I'm not sure. But I love this book so much I have to be very careful with it. It's just like the memories of it. It smells like a woodshed, which is awesome. I love the newsprint. It just takes all the smells from whatever house it was in for years. And they lived in Houston. Books like this definitely, you know, get my heart. You know, whether it's the first appearance of the New Warriors or something like that. I just find myself more attracted to that kind of stuff. And I'm going to have to back off a lot of current titles. But I'll tell you, I'm keeping some. Conan, Batman. I'm sticking with Batman, yeah. I talk crap about it, but I'm sticking with it. Conan, Batman, Punisher, Thor, the books I'll stick with. And I'll give me a little bit more money to maybe find one of these with a cover on it. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of Centauri Stir Fry. Stick around for the contest once I get it together. Guys, if you haven't subbed Area 51, do it. I think he's either close or has passed 1,000. Help that dude out. He's awesome. He deserves it. He's been doing this for a long time. He's got comics, toys. He even has Star Wars stuff on there. You know? Star Wars stuff. Remember that? Remember that was cool? It's still cool. And big thanks to Netarug for inspiring me to look up my coverless comic that I had as a kid. Man. Very cool artwork. I'm glad I actually looked at this again. It's just falling apart. Poor Rusty Staples. Dang it. Anyway, guys, spay your pets. Remember, Magneto is right. We'll see you next time.